Hey everybody, how y'all doing? Welcome to the Brass Ass Podcast, folks. I am your host, Suitcase Ace, and you're listening to the YouTube version of the Brass Ass. Hey, look, at today's episode, I want to get right into it, right? It's a good one. And it's the making and creating that team leader, right? It's the blueprint. And I'm going to give it to you today on the Brass Ass. Like, there are leaders, folks, and then there are those who lead, right? And you might think that slapping a letter on a player's jersey is enough to bring about leadership in hockey. Well, you're wrong, okay? I'm going to tell you why. Being a team leader, folks, is one thing. Any hockey player can be, given that A or C and call himself a leader because of it, right? But are they really inspiring greatness, folks? Are they really inspiring teammates to become better players? To learn every day? To leave it all out on the ice for the good of the team and not just for personal gain? True team leaders, I got to tell you, folks, bring out the best in those around them, right? Yeah, in the dressing room, on the ice, off the ice. I'm telling you, through everything that they do, right? Yeah, the actions they take, the way they carry themselves, and the things they say, and even the things they don't, right? The truth is, right, those successful hockey teams, folks, aren't built without a solid leadership core, both with and without letters on their jerseys, right? So right now, if you're a hockey player, folks, in this Brass Ass YouTube special, right, on this episode, I want you to pay attention to the few of the qualities I'm going to talk about and see if you're a true leader, right? And if you're a coach, listen up for these traits and qualities before giving out your letters at the beginning of the season. You have to choose your team leaders, folks, based on true leadership qualities and not whether or not they can put the puck in the net, folks, because it has nothing to do with skill and everything to do with energizing teammates to do great things. I want to share with the Brass Ass listeners my must-have qualities, folks, for team leadership in the game of hockey, right? So, the best leaders, folks, the team leaders are the best hard-working players right off the hop. And I'll tell you a little quick story here, folks, right? My old major junior hockey league coach, right? George the Chief Armstrong. He used to say, the best leaders are the best troopers, right? Well, back in the day, at first, I wasn't quite sure what he meant by that, troopers, right? So, but I soon understood, right? Because I just arrived from a team where the rookies did all the work while the veterans just relaxed and took it easy, right? As a rookie, I would pack the bus, unload it when we arrived at the destinations, and a whole bunch of other rookie, related jobs and chores that weren't fun, right? Well, when I arrived, folks, with the Toronto Marlboros, I quickly noticed that everyone here was equal, right? And there were 2 and 3 year old veterans there, right? Doing things that I have only seen rookies do in the past. It created an atmosphere that developed growth and learning, right? Because on other teams, the rookies, folks, and veterans were very separate, right? Almost disconnected in a way. There was no ranking, and the leaders of this Toronto Marlboros team were also the hardest workers, folks, the warriors, the troopers, and they helped those around them. And yes, the rookies, and they showed us the way, right? They showed us how things should be done both on and off the ice, empowering us, right? Inspiring us and allowing us to improve as young hockey players, right? And George Armstrong even made it a point, folks, to tell the veterans, the older players, that it was their job to help out the rookies, right? So, having said that, folks, the best leaders are the best warriors, the hardest working players, and remember that, right? The best leaders, folks, listen more and talk less. Okay? Everyone thinks a leader is a player who's always standing up in the room, giving speeches, talking between shifts, and always has something motivating to say, right? Well, nothing could be further from the truth. Yes, a team leader is a player that listens more than he talks and only speaks when the time is right, right? So if you speak all the time, your words lose impact, and you maybe be just speaking to the wall, right? But remember this: choose your words wisely and speak up at the right time, and your voice, I'm telling you, will be heard, right? And as a true team leader, folks, you'll make an impact with every single word that you say, right? And don't ruin the power with useless remarks, is what I'm trying to tell you. You know why I say that? I've seen some leaders, folks, do this well, and I've seen other leaders do this poorly, right? So don't be that leader that everyone sees as a distraction every time you speak, right? Instead become the team leader that everyone waits for to stand up and say something during a crucial moment, right? A true leader in hockey is the one who leads by example, folks, right? He doesn't cut corners, right, in practice by curling when he's supposed to come to a complete stop, right? He doesn't fake blocking shots, right, because he knows it might hurt, right? He doesn't stand off to the side when comes time to screen the goalie. What the warrior and team leader will do? He parks himself right in front of the goalie, folks, in the crease, right? A true leader shows the way, though, through his actions and makes it clear to everyone else that this is the way things are to be done, right? The team leader, folks, the work ethic, drive, determination becomes the standard now, and anything less is unsatisfactory, right? And the team leader, folks, who inspires through his actions is a powerful team leader, right? Because, if you lead with your work ethic, folks, do all the things right and have that laser-like focus, all your teammates will notice and will feel inspired, right? But guess what? You don't even have to say a word, right? So what I'm saying is lead, by your actions, and you'll make everyone around you better for it, right? Now, the best team leader, folks, always do the right things when nobody is watching, right? Because being a true leader means having integrity, folks, and having character, right? And you know what? Character is so important. And character is doing the right thing when nobody is watching, right? And then we got those who are, who work hard only when the coach is only looking, right? So as long as, they don't get into trouble, right? And get into the bad books, right? They only work hard when the coach is working, right? And then there are those who work hard all the time, right? See the difference there, folks? Because, doing the right thing is engraved so far down there, the leader's morals, right? That it's the only thing that they know, right? And you know what? These type of players, folks, don't need to be watched, coached, or told what to do, right? They work hard all the time, whether or not someone is there to see it, right? Because we all know who starts pumping their legs, right, and working hard only when the coach is on the side of the ice during the practice, right? And as soon as the coach leaves, these type of players, they go back to coasting, right, and only going through the bloody motions, Yeah, well, I'll tell you one thing: the leader, the warrior, realizes that, cutting corners, regardless who notices, is only hurting himself and his teammates, folks. So yes, paying the price, folks, is a team leader, right? As a player, You can lead through your actions, your words, and the way you carry yourself both on and off the ice, right? And one of the most important keys are, listen more than you talk, right? Choose your words wisely and make an impact with each one, right? And bring your teammates up instead of putting them down, right? And keep an eye out for anything that may be, let's say, affecting your team's performance outside of hockey, and address it when necessary, right? And lastly, folks, be generous, right? Because it's truly amazing what you can accomplish when nobody cares who gets the credit, right? So become that true team leader by building some of these qualities, I'm telling you, into your character. This, my friends of the Brass Ass Podcast, is the blueprint of a true team leader. And you know what? You don't need an A or a C on your jersey to be one. So there you have it, folks. Yes, the Brass Ass Podcast on YouTube. I am your host, Suitcase Ace, and you have just listened to the rest of the story.